Hello again, folks. Out to bag some more squirrels today, so set up a few cameras to bring you all along with me. I'm still shooting this new FX Streamline Compact in 2.2 with the Vector Veyron 3-12 scope and running the JSB Exact pellets in 15.89 grain. Shots will be from this ground blind at anticipated ranges of about 20 to 35 yards. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoy. So here we have the view looking out of the ground blind, just as we have the first candidate coming in. Comes in nicely on that left-hand side, which I prefer. There are some sunflower seeds that I sprinkled on the ground down there just to try to bring them in to a known area, known distances. You can see he's tucked in behind that brush just a little bit, unfortunately. So I'll just wait him out. Just wait patiently. See if hopefully he'll move over to that better side. Move over to the left a little bit. Present me with a better shot opportunity. So I'm spending too much time messing around with the cameras and trying to get lined up. And it looks like I missed my opportunity here. He takes off. Then not too long, another one comes in. It might be the same one. I'm not sure. I couldn't see over towards that side. So if it was the same squirrel or a different squirrel. So I try to line up on him here. You see that brush is just a bit in the way. It's always tempting to try to get courageous with these shots and try to, thread it through brush and leaves like that, but I just wait. It's always worth just waiting a little bit, and with squirrels like this, a lot of times they'll move for you, present you with a much better shot. Yeah, that other squirrel came in on the left too. I always try to shoot them when they have their head up. They get into that feeding pattern. When they dip their head down, they tend to be just moving around too much. Their head is moving around too much, so I wait for them to come up with the piece of food. That gives you a few seconds, typically, to get a shot off. I'm so focused on that one behind the brush, I probably didn't even notice that one that came in on the left. When I have my eye on the scope like that. Now I see him. Right to the back of the head. Not always the preferred shot, but it's certainly a viable shot. Especially since I've been waiting for so long. Wasn't sure if he was going to stay clear of that brush. That's shifting to the GoPro right here, which is mounted down there. A lot of flopping and kicking, indicative of a good headshot. And after just a handful of seconds, he'll come to rest, and he has expired. Another squirrel just passing through here. I don't think I ever had time to even get a shot off on him. He was going up towards the hill. Bunch of oak trees up over that hill. That's probably what he was after. Another squirrel coming in here, more over towards the right-hand side. A lot of the small trees in the way over there, so it's not the preferred side for sure, but it'll do. Young squirrel. There's some sunflower seeds sprinkled down in that area as well. And so I quickly notice he's playing this little game where he'll come down and get a sunflower seed or two and then hop off to, I guess, another area that he felt was a little safer. He didn't like being in that little clearing down there. I've actually seen that often with, especially with younger squirrels, which is odd because it's smart. Maybe he was a little wise to me. I'm not sure, but you don't see that as much with the mature squirrels. And so he did this at least 10 or 12 times, and I lined up on him several times too. I just couldn't get a shot off several of those times. I cut most of it out. I'm not going to show all of that, but I will show a handful of them. He comes in, I line up, and he's gone. Each time he would maybe give me 1 or 2 seconds to try to get a shot off. That was it. And of course having to contend with those trees at the same time. Same routine every single time. Comes in, picks up a seed, heads right out. Smart squirrel. Definitely took a lot of patience on this one. Not to, fire off a shot prematurely. Comes in again. That's shifting over to the other GoPro that's mounted down there. And he's off again. You see him running up towards that hill where the oaks are. I don't think he's feeding on the acorns up there. I think that he feels more safe up near the top of that hill for some reason. A lot of brush up there. And here he comes again. He's getting a workout for sure. But his luck ran out. But to his credit, he got by me a good 10 or 12 times at least. A little bit of flopping and kicking, as seen before. It was a clean headshot, and he does soon expire. Another one coming in over that right-hand side. With all those trees in the way. I really need to cut down a few of those trees just to open that up a little bit. And it certainly makes it hard to film too, because sometimes I can see it through my scope, but the camera can't see it, or vice versa, because the camera is a foot or so to the side of me. So now you see me moving the camera, trying to get the shot with the camera that I can see, or closer to what I can see out of the scope. Just keeping an eye on him here. That's me bumping into the camera. It's probably right up against me. Trying to get a good line of sight. And that's what makes it tough. You get lined up. Everything lined up, and then they move. And then I think he just wandered off. We're back over on that left side. Squirrel right behind that log. That's where I had that first GoPro set up, and it would have been a great shot with that, but for whatever reason it stopped recording about halfway through the hunt. Unfortunately, it would have been a great shot. I get lined up on him here. Just watching him dip down and get a little pattern from him. And just like that, right above the eye. A little bit of kicking. Not too violent as we saw with some of the other ones. It was a good clean shot. Quick kill. Big part of the reason I prefer these headshots is usually within 15-20 seconds they've expired. Body shots, it can be several minutes later. They can run up a tree and you're never able to recover them. Another squirrel here coming down the tree. I was considering it for a second there with his head poking out. They can be tough to take shots like that if they're not feeding. Now he's feeding, but he's also behind the brush like that first squirrel was. Need to clear some more of that brush out of there. Yep, same deal as before. Little opportunities there. Probably could have threaded a pellet through there, but it also comes down to, why. Just wait and make sure you can get a good, decent shot. Especially since that brush is several feet in front of the squirrel. That gives the pellet more room to deflect, which is not ideal. Probably could take it there too, but again, with that brush being so close, it does seem to be moving over a little bit in a positive direction in general. There's also opportunities for body shots here, but I always prefer the headshots. Easier to clean the squirrels that way too. And he never moved over far enough. He was a goner. Some more running around back there. This guy's in the perfect spot. We won't waste a whole lot of time getting lined up on him before he gets behind that brush too. Got to get lined up on him here. Of course, right behind the brush. And he's back. Alright. Got lucky that time. Not going to waste much more time here. Good clean shot right above and behind the eye. A little bit of kicking and twitching. Not much though. It varies. It was a good clean shot though. He soon expired. That's about it, folks. 4 squirrels in the bag. This is a relatively quick hunt. It's still a little warm here where I am. It's mid to late September, and the bugs were getting on my nerves, so I called it a day a little bit early. But I'll be back out there again soon. Thanks for watching.